My beloved child, the time has come for a new chapter in your life. You've walked through trials that tested not only your strength, but also your character. Each hardship you faced shaped you, instilling wisdom and fortitude. Though the journey was uncertain and painful, you never gave up. You endured the storms, and now, as the clouds begin to part, a season of favor and abundance awaits. These trials were not punishments, nor were they due to your faults. They were the enemy's ploys to shake your spirit, to deter you from your path of purpose. Yet, despite the afflictions and unexpected turns, you persevered with unwavering faith. You stood firm, even when the winds of adversity threatened to uproot you. Your resilience has prepared you to receive blessings far surpassing anything you could have imagined. The time of sowing in tears has passed. The harvest is near. Where once you saw only barren ground, new life is emerging. Prepare your heart, for what lies ahead is not merely relief from past struggles. It is a divine reward for your steadfast endurance. This is the dawn of a brighter day, and you are stepping into it, carrying the lessons of your past and the hope of a glorious future. In the quiet moments when despair weighed heavily on your heart, you scattered seeds of hope despite the pain. Those seeds were your prayers, acts of kindness, and silent perseverance in the face of difficulties. Though your hands trembled and your tears watered the soil, you never ceased sowing. Now, as time unfolds, those long-forgotten seeds are beginning to sprout. What once seemed lifeless, hidden beneath the surface, is now germinating. Proof that no effort made in faith is ever in vain. Open your eyes and look ahead with faith. The green shoots of your past sacrifices are breaking through the soil of your life. They are signs of a future filled with abundance and joy, a harvest far more affluent than what you had anticipated. But be mindful, the blessings that await are not merely material. They are spiritual gifts meant to nourish your soul, strengthen your spirit, and uplift your heart. These blessings will not come with burdens of sorrow or tension. They will bring peace, clarity, and renewed purpose to your life. Remember, the seeds you sowed in your darkest hours, your whispered prayers, your silent endurance, were never lost. They were being cultivated beneath the surface, unseen but alive. They are returning to you, transformed into vast and true blessings. Let this promise fill you with quiet confidence. Your time of barren waiting has ended, and the dawn of a fruitful season is upon you. As you prepare to enter this new season, remember that the source of all provision is your shepherd. He has placed you where you can thrive, ensuring that everything you need will be provided in time. But with this promise comes a call to trust fully in him, not in fleeting human assurances. People may fail you, circumstances may shift, but his word remains unchanging. Therefore, guard your heart from placing undue trust in mortal beings. Trust them in kindness, but reserve your full faith for the one who never falters. Obedience is the bridge that leads to the fulfillment of divine promises. You are called to abandon doubt, pessimism, and the fear of what lies ahead. These are the chains that bind the spirit and hinder blessings. Rise with unwavering faith, knowing that miracles are born from steadfast belief. When you trust fully in the divine, what seems impossible becomes achievable. Faith transforms obstacles into stepping stones and turns barren ground into fertile soil. But understand, this journey of faith is not a game of luck or mere coincidence. It is a sacred partnership with God. His word is holy, and it never returns empty. Every promise he makes manifests at the appointed time, aligning perfectly with his divine will. This is not about wishing for fortune, but embracing his truth and aligning with it. You desire change, transformation, and prosperity, not just for yourself, but for those you love. And he has heard you. Your yearning for a renewed life is evident, and his desire to bless you is even greater. Yet, this transformation requires more than surface alterations. It demands a profound, foundational shift in your heart, a reorientation of how you perceive yourself and the world. Actual change begins within, in the unseen places where faith takes root and begins to grow. Know this: God has the power to change circumstances in an instant, but He also asks for your active faith. Your unwavering belief opens the door for miracles, and your trust sets the stage for wonders. So, abandon the doubts that cling to your mind. Discard the voices that whisper discouragement. Your shepherd leads you into a new land where you will thrive. Past sorrows will be exchanged for present joy, and faith will blossom into fulfillment. The trial is over, and your time has come. Trust, obey, and prepare your heart to receive. For today is the beginning of something extraordinary. True transformation begins not with outward changes, but with a shift deep within. It is a journey of reawakening, where you learn to see yourself through the lens of divine love rather than through the distortions of past wounds and fears. This inner transformation requires you to let go of the false identities you have worn, the labels imposed by the world and the expectations of others. Instead, it invites you to embrace your true identity as one cherished and chosen by God. Transformation is not instant. It is a process that demands faith, patience, and self-reflection. It involves moments of discomfort, where the familiar is stripped away to make room for something greater. You may feel vulnerable as you let go of old habits and mindsets, but do not fear. Vulnerability is the soil where true strength takes root. Through faith, you are being reshaped, not just on the surface but at the core of your being. This inner renewal will not only change how you see yourself, but also how you see the world. No longer will you view life through the narrow lens of fear or scarcity. Instead, you will begin to see with eyes of faith, recognizing opportunities where others see obstacles and finding purpose in every circumstance. You will discover that transformation is not about escaping your challenges, but about growing through them, becoming more assertive, wiser, and more aligned with God's purpose for your life. Understand that this is a sacred process. God is working in you, molding your heart to reflect His love, compassion, and strength. He equips you with the spiritual resilience to face whatever lies ahead. You are not being called to superficial change, but to a profound, foundational shift, a renewal that will empower you to live a life of greater meaning, joy, and peace. Embrace this transformation with courage, for through this process, you will step into the fullness of the blessings prepared for you. In this faith journey, you will encounter both seen and battles. These battles may come from doubts, discouragement, or opposition from those who fail to understand your calling. You may face moments when your spirit feels besieged, when adversaries seem to rise on all sides. But take heart, for you are not alone. Your shepherd walks beside you, providing strength, guidance, and protection at every step. Your struggles are not meant to break you, but build you. They serve as opportunities to deepen your faith and refine your character. Each challenge you overcome strengthens your spirit, teaching you to rely not on your understanding, but on the wisdom and power of God. The enemy seeks to steal your peace and fill your heart with fear and doubt, but your faith is a shield that can extinguish every flaming arrow of discouragement. God will place people in your path, mentors, friends, and guides, who carry divine wisdom. They will offer counsel and encouragement, helping you navigate the trials of life with clarity and grace. Accept their guidance with humility, knowing that God works through others to fulfill His purpose in your life. Yet, never forget that your ultimate source of strength and wisdom is God Himself. You will find the clarity and courage needed to move forward through prayer and quiet reflection. Allocate time each day to strengthen your spirit. Prayer is not just a ritual but a lifeline, a connection to the one who sustains you. In moments of doubt or weariness, lift your heart to Him, and He will renew your strength. The spiritual battles you face are real, but so is the victory promised to you. With God by your side, no adversary can prevail against you. Know this: every obstacle will be eradicated, every barrier removed, and every wound healed. The battles you face today will become the testimonies of tomorrow, stories of triumph and resilience that will inspire others to trust in God's faithfulness. You are not merely surviving. You are being prepared to thrive, to walk boldly in the purpose for which you were created. Today, as you hear these words, foundations are being laid for a steadfast and secure future. The storms may rage, but your house is built upon solid rock. Generations to come will look back and recognize the strength of your faith, the wisdom of your choices, and the depth of your love for God. They will inherit material wealth, a legacy of spiritual resilience, and unwavering trust in the divine. Hold on to this promise. Victory is assured, though the battle may seem fierce. You are not fighting alone, for heavenly legions encamp around you. With each step of faith, you are moving closer to fulfilling God's promises that will bring peace, joy, and lasting prosperity. Stand firm, for you are a warrior, not in the sense of worldly might, but in the strength of a heart fortified by faith. Even as you stand at the threshold of a new beginning, know that what you are building is more than a life for yourself. It is a legacy for future generations. Every step of faith you take, every prayer whispered in moments of uncertainty, and every act of kindness and courage you display lays the groundwork for those who will come after you. You are shaping your destiny and planting seeds of faith, wisdom, and strength in the hearts of your descendants. God, in His infinite wisdom, is constructing a foundation beneath your feet that is solid and enduring. This foundation is not built with mere bricks and mortar, but with spiritual truths and principles that withstand the test of time. The trials you've endured, the lessons you've learned, and the victories you've gained are all part of this divine architecture. Upon this unshakable base, future generations will stand firm, recognizing the divine guidance that has brought your family to a place of stability and abundance. Each member of your family will be equipped with gifts and talents uniquely designed to fulfill their God-given purposes. They will inherit more than material wealth. They will inherit a spiritual legacy of faith, resilience, and unwavering trust in God's promises. They will learn from your example, seeing how you faced life's storms without losing hope, persevered through trials with steadfast faith, and turned every setback into a stepping stone toward more incredible blessings. This is the true meaning of prosperity, a life rich in purpose, anchored in faith, and overflowing with love and compassion. It is not measured by worldly possessions, but by the spiritual wealth you pass down, a wealth that cannot be taken away, diminished, or lost. Let this knowledge fill you with peace, for your efforts today are paving the way for a brighter, more hopeful tomorrow for those you love. As you move forward, continue to build with intention. Strengthen the bonds within your family, nurture their faith, and encourage their dreams. Dream beyond what seems possible, for with God, all things are achievable. Teach them not to fear life's uncertainties, but to embrace them as opportunities for growth and discovery. By expanding your vision and keeping your heart open to God's guidance, you ensure that the legacy you leave will be one of hope, joy, and lasting impact. In this new season, you must embrace God's promises with unwavering courage. These promises are not mere words. They are sacred commitments, imbued with divine power, waiting to manifest in your life. But to fully receive them, you must first cast off fear and doubt. Fear whispers that you are not worthy, that the blessings are too far out of reach. Doubt tries to convince you that the path ahead is too uncertain, too tricky. Yet, God's voice calls out louder, urging you to rise above these lies and stand firm in faith. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward despite it. Every great transformation requires bold steps, and this is your moment to step boldly into the life God has prepared for you. Hold tightly to His promises, for they are your anchor in turbulent times. They are the light that will guide you through the darkest valleys and the hope to sustain you when the road feels long and weary. Remember that God's promises come with peace, not burdens. They do not add sorrow or anxiety. Instead, they lift the heart and lighten the spirit. His blessings elevate you in status, character, and purpose. As you receive these gifts, your life will change outwardly and be transformed from within. You will experience a peace that surpasses all understanding, rooted in knowing God's hand is upon you. However, embracing His promises requires action. Faith without action is stagnant, like a river that ceases to flow. You are called not just to believe, but to act in alignment with that belief. Rise each day with renewed determination, knowing that every step you take in faith brings you closer to fulfilling His promises. Reject the voices of negativity, those who seek to undermine your faith and sow seeds of doubt. Their words are not rooted in truth, but in fear, a reflection of their limitations, not yours. You are not meant to live in the shadows of fear, worry, or regret. God desires you to walk boldly, with your head held high and your heart filled with hope. You are stepping into a new chapter where blessings will flow freely, not because of your strength, but because of God's unchanging faithfulness. Hold fast to this truth. The God who made the promise is the same God who will bring it to completion. Let go of past disappointments and lift your eyes to what lies ahead. God's promises are already in motion, working behind the scenes to create a future that exceeds your greatest dreams. Even when the path seems unclear, trust that His guidance is ever present, leading you toward a place of joy, peace, and fulfillment. And when doubt knocks at the door of your heart, respond with faith. Declare aloud, "I believe and I receive." For there is power in the words of faith spoken with conviction. The journey ahead may not be free of challenges, but it is one where victory is assured. You are not walking alone. Heavenly forces are moving on your behalf, aligning circumstances, opening doors, and clearing obstacles. In this divine partnership, your courage and faith unlock the blessings waiting to pour into your life. So rise each day with boldness, knowing what awaits is pleasing and extraordinary. You are stepping into a destiny filled with purpose, guided by love, and sustained by unwavering faith. As you walk forward in faith, challenges will undoubtedly arise. These obstacles are not meant to defeat you, but to strengthen you. They are stepping stones on the path of growth, opportunities disguised as difficulties designed to refine your character and deepen your trust in God. Do not view them as barriers, but as necessary components of your journey. Each trial you face and overcome shapes you into someone more resilient, grounded in purpose, and attuned to divine wisdom. Understand that faith is not merely a feeling of confidence when favorable circumstances are favorable. It is a steadfast conviction amid adversity. Faith anchors you when life feels chaotic. It whispers to you in moments of doubt, reminding you that God's promises are sure, even when the evidence suggests otherwise. The storms of life may come, but your foundation is unshakable because it is built on trust in a faithful God. When faced with opposition, remember that God has already equipped you with everything you need to overcome. The strength you seek is already within you, nurtured by past trials and fueled by His unchanging love. No adversary can prevail against a heart fortified by faith. Every setback is an opportunity to rise higher, to grow stronger, and to draw closer to the one who sustains you. Moreover, your challenges are not solely for your benefit. They serve a greater purpose. They become testimonies of God's power and grace, inspiring others struggling in their journeys. When they see your unwavering faith, even in the face of hardship, they will be encouraged to seek the same strength and hope. You are called to be a beacon, a living example of what it means to trust in God wholeheartedly. Let your faith guide your actions. When fear tempts you to retreat, step forward in boldness. When doubt clouds your mind, speak words of affirmation and trust. Faith is not passive. It is active, requiring you to keep moving forward even when the way is unclear. As you continue on this path, you will find that every challenge you overcome adds to your strength and prepares you for the more incredible blessings ahead. In overcoming challenges, you will experience transformation, not just in your circumstances, but in your spirit. You will no longer be bound by fear, doubt, or discouragement. Instead, you will walk confidently, knowing your victory is assured. With each challenge you face, your faith will grow, and your spirit will soar higher with each victory. You will learn that nothing is impossible for those who trust in God, and this realization will empower you to keep pressing forward, no matter the obstacles. In this new chapter, you must cultivate and live by 3 enduring virtues: faith, hope, and love. These are not fleeting emotions, but enduring principles that will sustain you through every season, guiding your decisions, shaping your character, and bringing lasting peace to your heart. Faith is your compass, directing you toward the promises God has made. It allows you to confidently move forward, even when the path ahead is uncertain. Faith assures you that what God has spoken will pass in His perfect time and way. It reminds you that your current circumstances are temporary and that His plans for you are good, filled with hope and a future. But faith is more than belief. It is action. It compels you to step out in trust and take bold steps toward your destiny, even when you cannot see the entire path. It urges you to act not based on what is seen, but on the certainty of what is promised. Living by faith means living beyond fear, doubt, and the limitations of what the world says is possible. Hope is your lifeline in moments of despair. The light shines in the darkness, reminding you that no situation is beyond redemption. Hope keeps your spirit buoyant, lifting you above the waves of worry and anxiety. When the weight of life feels too heavy to bear, hope whispers that better days are ahead and that the current struggle is shaping you for something greater. Living in hope means choosing to see beyond the immediate. It means recognizing that every storm eventually passes and every season of waiting has a purpose. Hope fills your heart with anticipation, not dread. It gives you the courage to dream again, to believe that life can be beautiful, abundant, and filled with joy, no matter how long the road has been. Love is the greatest of these virtues, for it binds everything together. Love is not merely an emotion, but a powerful force that transforms lives. You find strength in weakness, courage in fear, and purpose in pain through love. Love calls you to act compassionately, forgive when difficult, and serve others selflessly. It softens the heart, even in the hardest of times, and allows you to see others through the eyes of grace. But love begins with receiving God's love. You cannot pour out what you have not first received. God's love is the wellspring from which all other love flows. It is unconditional, unwavering, and eternal. When you root yourself in His love, you become unshakable, able to weather any storm and rise above any trial. Living by love means allowing His love to flow through you, touching the lives of those around you, and reflecting His glory in all you do. Faith, hope, and love create a life of purpose, peace, and joy. They form the foundation upon which you can build a prosperous future in worldly terms that is rich in spirit and meaning. As you live by these virtues, you will find that life's uncertainties no longer have the power to unsettle you. You will walk confidently, knowing you are anchored in something eternal and unchanging. And as you embody these virtues, you will inspire those around you. Your life will become a testament to the power of faith, the resilience of hope, and the transformative nature of love. In a world often marked by fear, despair, and division, you are called to be a light, a beacon of what is possible when one chooses to live by higher principles. This is the life God has prepared for you. A life not free of trials but filled with meaning, not devoid of struggle but rich in purpose. Embrace it with courage, for you have everything you need to thrive. Walk forward in faith, hope, and love, and watch the promises unfold before you, bringing joy, peace, and lasting fulfillment. As you progress on this path of faith, you will encounter voices of doubt and negativity. These voices may come from the world around you, from people who fail to understand the depth of your faith, or even from your mind in moments of weakness. They will seek to distract you, to pull you away from the promises God has spoken over your life. But remember this: the opinions of others do not define you, and the world's perception of success and failure has no bearing on God's plan for you. Reject the negativity that seeks to cloud your spirit. The world is filled with those who dwell in fear, envy, and disbelief. People who will mock your faith, question your choices, and attempt to impose their limitations on your life. But you are not called to conform to their standards, but to rise above them. You are called to see beyond the temporary struggles and setbacks, to recognize that what appears impossible to man is entirely possible with God. Stay rooted in divine truth. It is your anchor in a world driven by shifting opinions and fleeting trends. God's truth is unchanging, eternal, and powerful. It declares that you are loved, chosen, and destined for greatness, not by the world's measure, but by the measure of your Creator. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself of His promises. Speak them aloud, write them down, and meditate on them daily. Let His truth fill your heart and mind, leaving no room for fear or uncertainty. You are not alone in this journey. Though the world may try to isolate you, God has placed people in your life who will encourage, uplift, and support you. Surround yourself with those who share your values, who understand your vision, and who will walk alongside you in faith. Together, you will form a community of strength, standing firm against the waves of negativity and doubt. This is not a call to arrogance or self-righteousness, but humility and confidence in God's guidance. Know that you are not perfect, and neither is anyone else. But you serve a perfect God who works through your imperfections to bring about His perfect will. Trust in His process, hold fast to His truth, and let go of the need for worldly validation. As you do, you will find a peace that surpasses understanding, rooted in the knowledge that you are walking in alignment with God's purpose for your life. Life is not merely a physical journey, it is a spiritual battle. Every day, unseen forces seek to undermine your faith, steal your joy, and derail your purpose. These forces may manifest as doubts, fears, or even conflicts with those around you. But do not be afraid, for you have been given the tools to stand firm and emerge victorious. In the face of spiritual battles, prayer is your greatest weapon. It is not a last resort, but your first line of defense. Through prayer, you communicate with God, seek His wisdom, and draw upon His strength. In moments of weakness, prayer fortifies your spirit. In moments of uncertainty, it provides clarity. When the enemy whispers lies into your heart, prayer silences those lies and fills you with the truth of God's word. Faith is your shield, protecting you from the fiery arrows of doubt and discouragement. When the enemy attacks, it is your faith that will sustain you. But faith must be active, not passive. It requires you to stand firm, even when the battle seems overwhelming. It demands that you trust God's promises, even when the outcome is uncertain. Faith does not guarantee an easy path, but it assures you that victory is inevitable when you stand with God. The Word of God is your sword. It is living, powerful, and sharper than any double-edged blade. When the enemy seeks to deceive you, the truth of God's Word cuts through the lies. When fear grips your heart, His Word reminds you that He has not given you a spirit of fear but of power, love, and a sound mind. Study the Scriptures, meditate on them, and let them guide your actions. They are not words on a page, but a source of life, strength, and wisdom. Do not fight these battles alone. God has equipped people in your life to help you. Spiritual mentors, friends, and family members who will stand with you in prayer and faith. Lean on them in times of need and offer your strength to them in return. Together, you form a shield wall, impenetrable to the enemy's attacks. Remember, the battle is not just yours. It belongs to God. He fights for you, goes before you, and ensures that no weapon formed against you will prosper. The enemy may try to intimidate you, but his power is nothing compared to the power of the one who dwells within you. Stand firm in this knowledge, not being moved by fear or uncertainty. Victory is more than overcoming a single battle. It is a continual process of growth and transformation. You are refined, strengthened, and prepared for more incredible things with each battle you face. Every struggle is an opportunity to deepen your relationship with God, learn more about His character, and fully trust Him. As you stand firm, you will see the hand of God at work in your life, turning obstacles into opportunities, setbacks into comebacks, and battles into blessings. You will emerge victorious and transformed, stronger in faith, wealthier in wisdom, and filled with a peace that cannot be shaken. And when others see the battles you've overcome, they will be inspired by your faith and drawn to the one who gave you victory. Stand tall, stand firm, and keep your eyes fixed on God. The battle is fierce, but the outcome is inevitable. With God by your side, nothing can stand against you. You are not only a survivor, you are a conqueror. Rise each day with the confidence that comes from knowing that the one who commands the universe fights for you, and that no force, seen or unseen, can thwart his plans for your life. You have been called to pursue a life transcending this world's fleeting desires. Unlike those who chase after material wealth, public recognition, and superficial success, your calling is rooted in something far more significant, a divine purpose. While many are consumed by the pursuit of applause and temporary gain, you are set apart, chosen to live a life of deeper meaning, driven by faith, service, and love. Material wealth is not wrong but leads to emptiness when it becomes the ultimate goal. True prosperity is not measured by how much you have, but by who you become. It involves a richness of spirit, a life filled with peace, joy, and meaningful relationships. Your journey is not about accumulating possessions but cultivating virtues that last for eternity: faith, hope, love, kindness, and integrity. Understand this. The gifts and blessings God has in store for you are meant to equip you for a higher purpose. They are not merely for your comfort, but for the good of those around you. You are called to be a vessel of His love, a light in dark places, and a source of hope for those who have lost their way. The wealth you will gain is not just financial but spiritual: wisdom, peace, and the ability to positively impact the lives of others. Reject the false notion that prosperity is only about material abundance. True prosperity is living a life aligned with God's will, where your heart is at peace and your soul is content. It is the ability to wake up daily with a sense of purpose, knowing that you are walking in the path God has set before you. This wealth cannot be stolen, diminished, or lost, for it is rooted in the eternal, not the temporal. As you continue on this path, do not be swayed by those who flaunt their riches and seek validation through worldly means. Their lives may seem glamorous on the surface, but beneath the exterior lies a void that only God can fill. Instead, focus on building inner richness, a heart filled with gratitude, a spirit grounded in faith, and a life dedicated to serving others. Your higher calling is to rise above the ordinary, to see beyond the surface, and to seek what truly matters. You are not here to conform to the world's standards, but to set a new standard that reflects God's love and righteousness. Through your actions, others will see that true success is not about wealth or fame, but about living a life of purpose guided by divine truth. This journey you are on is not a race to be finished quickly. It is a walk of purpose, one step at a time, guided by enduring faith. The world often measures success by speed, how fast you can achieve your goals and rise to prominence. But God's timing is different. He works in seasons, ensuring that everything happens at the right moment, in perfect harmony with His will. Walking with purpose requires patience. It demands you trust God's process, even when the way forward seems slow or unclear. There will be moments when progress feels invisible, doubts creep in, and the temptation to give up looms large. But remember this: God is never in a hurry, yet He is always on time. Every delay, every detour, and every period of waiting serves a purpose in His grand design. Enduring faith means holding on to His promises, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. It is the conviction that God is at work, even in the silence, and that He is preparing something far more significant than you can imagine. Faith does not waver in the face of adversity. It grows stronger. It does not retreat in the face of opposition. It presses forward, knowing that the one who called you is faithful to complete what He has started. As you walk with purpose, keep your eyes fixed on God. Do not be distracted by the noise of the world, the opinions of others, the allure of temporary pleasures, or the pressure to conform. Instead, focus on the path He has laid before you. This path is not always easy, but the fit is filled with meaning, growth, and lasting joy. With each step, you are becoming the person God created you to be, equipped to fulfill His unique purpose for your life. Know that this journey is not only for your benefit, but for the benefit of those who will come after you. Your faith, perseverance, and courage will inspire others to walk their paths with purpose and trust in God. You are not walking alone. You are paving the way for a legacy of faith and hope that will endure for generations. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. Every obstacle is a chance to strengthen your faith. And every victory, no matter how small, is a reminder of God's faithfulness. As you walk with purpose, let your heart be filled with gratitude. Thank Him for the lessons learned, the strength gained, and the blessings yet to come. This is not the end of your journey. It is only the beginning. There is still so much ahead, many promises to be fulfilled, and many lives to be touched. Walk boldly, walk faithfully, and walk with the confidence that God is with you every step of the way. His love surrounds you, His grace sustains you, and His promises guide you. You are not just walking toward a destination. You are walking in His purpose, which is the most incredible journey. This final chapter in your journey is not merely about reaching a destination, but becoming the person God intended you to be. Transformation is not a momentary event, but a continual growth, renewal, and alignment with divine purpose. Every experience you've endured, every tear you've shed, and every victory you've claimed has been part of this more extraordinary transformation. This transformation begins within and radiates outward, touching every aspect of your life. You have already witnessed glimpses of this change. The fears that once gripped you no longer have the same power. The doubts that once whispered lies into your heart now fade in the light of faith. But there is more, a deeper, more profound change awaiting you. God is not just altering your circumstances. He is transforming your spirit, renewing your mind, and reshaping your heart so that you may reflect His glory more fully. This transformation is a gift, but like all gifts, it must be received with humility and faith. It requires surrender, not to defeat, but to God's will. Surrendering means letting go of the need to control every outcome, trusting that His plans are better, His timing perfect, and His love unending. It means releasing old wounds and embracing the healing He offers, allowing His grace to mend what was once broken. As you accept this gift of transformation, you will notice a shift in how you approach life. No longer will you be driven by fear, anxiety, or the pursuit of worldly approval. Instead, you will walk confidently, guided by peace and empowered by love. Your perspective will broaden, allowing you to see beyond the immediate challenges to their greater purpose. You will learn to find joy in the journey, even when the road is difficult, knowing that every step brings you closer to fulfilling God's promises. But transformation does not stop with you. It is meant to flow through you, impacting the lives of those around you. Your story, the struggles you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, and the faith you've cultivated will become a source of inspiration and hope for others. They will see a living testament to God's power, grace, and faithfulness in you. You will lead others toward their transformation through your words, actions, and presence, showing them that they can change when they trust God. In this new season, you are called to live not just for yourself, but for a higher purpose. You are called a beacon of light in a world often overshadowed by darkness. This does not mean that you will never face difficulties again, but it does mean that you will face them differently, with faith, courage, and the unshakable knowledge that God is with you. Every trial will become an opportunity to grow, every challenge a chance to strengthen your faith, and every success a reminder of His faithfulness. And as you walk this transformed life, remember to remain connected to the source of your strength. Regularly seek Him in prayer, immerse yourself in His Word, and surround yourself with those who encourage and uplift your spirit. The transformation journey is ongoing and requires spiritual, emotional, and mental nourishment. Know this: the changes God has begun in you will not be left incomplete. He is faithful to finish the work He has started. What may seem like small steps now will, over time, lead to great strides. The seeds of transformation planted in your heart will grow into a mighty tree, bearing fruit that will nourish you and all those around you. Your life will be a living testament to His love and power, a beacon of hope and strength for many. Hold tightly to this truth. Transformation is not the end of the journey, but the beginning of a new chapter. One where you walk in purpose, live in faith, and shine with the light of God's love. You are stepping into a life that is not only blessed, but also a blessing to others. Embrace this gift fully, knowing what lies ahead is more significant than anything you could have imagined. As you go forward, never forget that God delights in your transformation. He is pleased when you rise from the ashes of despair into the light of hope. He rejoices when you walk with confidence, knowing that you are His. And He cherishes every moment you spend in His presence, growing closer to Him and fulfilling the purpose He has placed on your life. This is your moment, your time to live fully, love deeply, and walk boldly in the knowledge that you are transformed by the hand of a loving God. Step forward with courage, faith, and unwavering assurance that you are exactly where you are meant to be. You are no longer defined by your past, limited by your fears, or constrained by worldly expectations. You are a child of God, renewed, empowered, and ready to step into the fullness of His promises. Walk in this transformation and let your life reflect His glory. The world will take notice, but more importantly, heaven rejoices, for you are walking in step with your Creator, transformed, victorious, and destined for greatness.